Good day, Mr. President. I know you're very busy and there's a protective bubble around you that will probably make sure that you don't get to see this. And you've got a lot of stuff in your mind. Like us, you're probably also trying to figure out what level 3.7, 8.9 subcloise B 3 to 5 mean. But I'm going to send you this anyway because I'd like to point out that there is a bigger virus that we have to deal with that we're not paying attention to. And that is the behavior of men in our country. Today I'm not talking just for myself. I've spoken to enough men across all the spectrums of society to know that what is we really need right now, what we are so desperately craving for in this search for our masculinity is honest and intentional and transparent and humble leadership. I watched your speech last week, jumped through the sections that I thought I could associate with, find relevant, and let me tell you something, there's stuff that I need from you. What I don't need to hear right now is how you as a dad and a husband are concerned, because I'm not under any illusion that your wife and your daughters are probably the most protected women in our country. They're probably their own security detail. So for you to sign an order to release 19,000 prisoners, some of them who've gone ahead and rape and murder again, it's not something that really affects you. I'm also not really interested to hear how you are going to put more money towards more police. I read an article that last year already a survey was done, and the outcome of that survey was that the police force is probably the most corrupt institution in our country. And in South Africa, that's no small feat, comparing, if you have to imagine that they have to compete with other state-owned enterprises like SAA and Eskom and those places. The most corrupt institution, the people that are supposed to protect us, that's supposed to serve us. I don't want to hear that you're making more money available for the justice system. We have got an amazing justice system, but there's just no execution on it. There's no justice for people that have been hurt out there, or very little at least. No one has got any faith in the justice system anymore. I don't want to hear that you've made more money available for women's shelters and places of safety. What are we saying through that? Are we saying that what we are expecting is that a woman must leave her own home, go to a shelter, to a bed that she don't know, a room, just a small little room with maybe her child, with the belongings, the clothes on her back, because we are not prepared to remove the coward that lives in her home? We're saying to her that you must be the one to deal with this. Do we not get that what we're saying the whole time is, this is not our problem, women must fix this? I don't want to hear that. You know what I wanted to hear from you last week? You know what I wanted to hear from my president? And yes, you are my president, and I'm a citizen of this country. And in that is a statement that, with stuff that both of us probably would have wanted differently. But that's the truth. What I wanted last week is not another well-crafted speech for political purposes from a stucky teleprompter. What I wanted you to do last week is to grab that podium with both hands, lean forward, fire the person running the teleprompter, fire the person running your well-crafted speeches right on the spot. Look me in the eyes and ask me just two questions. The first one is, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you that you're behaving this way? Why on earth would you have such low standards for yourself? Why would you be so undisciplined, so lack of moral values, that you would go out there and murder one another, hack people to death, pour boiling water on them, rape and murder, stab 3- and 4-year-olds? What is wrong with you? And the second question I wanted you to ask is, what are you going to do about this? How are you going to fix this? Because let's face it, it's not your job as our president to fix this. It's your job to provide leadership. You're the one that's supposed to shine a spotlight on this and tell us, men, this is not the way we behave in this country. You're the one that's supposed to bring us to a standstill because of this issue. We need you to start making an issue about this. We need you to start taking this seriously. And frankly, if you're not going to do it, then my question to other men is, what are we going to do about this? How are we going to stop this? Mr. President, there's no issue bigger in our country right now than this behavior of men. This single issue. I get that this is not a popular discussion with elections around the corner. I get that every political party has got a very specific agenda that they need to push, frankly, to continue to create disunity in our country. But maybe it would have been so great if you, as our president, could remind us that we are responsible to fix this. And maybe for a while we can stop looking to political leaders to provide further confusion, and we can just start standing together. Maybe social distancing is the last thing that we need right now. Maybe as men, we need to start standing strong, side by side, shoulder to shoulder. Maybe I need to hook arms with the guys around me. And I need to look down the line and I need to see where the gaps are, encourage guys to stand strong. Strong enough that when I want to bolt because I'm so confused by my masculinity, that I've got someone that is holding me strong right in that moment. Maybe that when I want to fall to my knees because I'm so exhausted from living in this country, that there's a brother holding me up. Maybe that's what we need right now. Maybe we don't need more stuff like BE scorecards and CSI transformation. Maybe what we need right now is something like a IBSA rating, invest in a better South Africa. And a rating like we do at the Character Company, a 1 for not at all, a 2 for below average, 3 for above average, and a 4 for completely. If you want to do business with someone, if you want to have a license to trade, if you want to get employed, what is your IBSA rating, for example? Is it, well, not at all? Well, then what are you doing? Why would I do business with you? Why would I have you in my circle? Is it below average because, you're just scraping by? No, forget it. Is it above average? Well, it means like maybe you got lucky and something works out. No, there needs to be a higher standard. It needs to be a 4 completely. Are you mentoring someone? Are you volunteering your time out there to make something better? What are you doing? And maybe to us as South African men, we need to stop looking at political leaders because they are not carrying our best interest right now. We need to start pulling together, you and me. We need to start holding tight onto what our masculinity really means. So we can stop murdering women and children. So we can stop murdering one another. So we can build towards a South Africa that is different and better. What are you going to do about this?